We all have 24 hours. All right, what makes some of us average, makes some of us good, some of us great, is not the family you was born into, right? It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with your socioeconomic status. It has everything to do with how you command your life. So if you have a bad day, which is no such thing of, it doesn't exist, you had a bad moment and you were so immature that you let that moment dictate the rest of your day, right? And y'all not kids no more. I don't do elementary school, right? I don't do elementary school because they really, a fifth grader, if I'm talking to a third grader, fourth grader, fifth grader, kindergartner, I don't care what I tell them, they're not at a place of maturity where they can switch their mindset. They're kids, you grown. And some of you are grown, but you're still a child. And you brag about how you're an adult. You're only an adult because of your age. You're not an adult because you command your life. You're an adult because of your age. And that's not what makes adulthood. You're not an adult because you are 18 years old, you're 25, 26. If you still kept catching temper tantrums, you still getting attitudes, that means you're not an adult in that area. That means that particular area controls you, right? You almost got into a car accident over with. Car accident been over with 10 hours ago, you still pissed about it. Or you done got into it with your friend. That happened 2 days ago and y'all still not talking. That's immaturity, right? And let me tell you something. You don't know how many days you have. Like, I'm just gonna keep it 100. You don't know how many days you have left. You don't wanna be wasting days. Like you're not God. Like you don't create. You can't wake yourself up. You don't know how many days you have left. You can't be playing with the days you have on foolishness. So you have to learn how to control yourself, right? And so y'all know my circumstances. I'm not here because I'm sweet. I'm here because one day I was like, yo, E, you need to get a control of this, bro. You need to get control of your life. You do not have control. You watching doggone TV playing video games when you should be out here grinding. So there are people all the day, people are ET. Bro, you do not want to be me. You're not ready for this grind, bro. Some of you can show up when you're at home, when you go on the road, you struggle, meaning that when things are going the way you want, you cool, but when it rains, you gotta grow up. Your body does not control you. If I got to get up early in the morning to get the money, I'm a morning person. If I got to go play somebody in their hometown and they got home court advantage, I'm about to come bring the heat. Like, listen to me, like you got to stop playing. So most of you, what happens is when everything is favorable, you a beast. Make sure you understand what I'm saying. When everything is favorable, meaning like whatever conditions you like, when those conditions are right, you a beast. But when the conditions ain't right, you get smacked in the face. You gotta grow up. You gotta be a morning person, afternoon person, night person. You gotta be at home person, on the road person. You gotta be when you feel good person, when you sick person, when you tired person. I took it offensive. My man looked at me, you tired. I'm like, bro, have you lost your mind? I'm about to kill it. I had to do back-to-back speeches. 4 o'clock to 5, then they wanted me to wait till 8 to start again. I had to sit there for 3 hours and wait and like, let's go. Each one of us, the things that you don't have control over is the things that's keeping you from being sweet. And at what point are you gonna fight against that nature in you that you know? So if I was to ask most of you, you already know what your challenge is. You ain't dumb, you know what it is. You just don't fight it. And I'm challenging you to fight it. And the only reason you're having a bad day is because of what you're thinking about. Now I read something that said that the human brain is phenomenal and it can think like of 1 million and something different things, right? It's explosive. But the one thing it cannot do is it cannot think of 2 ideas at the exact same time. It does not have the capacity to think of 2 things at once. Now it has the capacity in an hour to think about a whole bunch of stuff, but at one particular moment, it cannot think about more than one thing. So if you're having a bad day or having a bad moment, it means you're probably focusing on what? Whatever that bad thing is, that's what you're focusing on. That's why your life messed up, because you focus on the stuff that's wrong. You're not putting the same energy on what's right. And it's just weird how we are as humans. We notice the bad and we talk about the bad, but we don't notice the good and talk about the good. We don't harp on the good. And that's what you do wrong. You focus so much on the negative that you forget all the positive. And then when you do think about the positive, you're not putting the energy in the positive like you put in the negative. So it's no secret you are where you are because you focusing on stuff you ain't got no business focusing on.
Nothing in life will ever be bigger or smaller than your thoughts about it. You are your perception of the world as it unfolds before you. Your mind will either be your single greatest ally or the very reason that you fail. This is a battle between you and yourself. And I want to make something clear. No one, nothing will ever dictate your success except you. Those who judge or criticize, they're not a reason to change your approach or backpedal. They are a benchmark. They are a sign to carry on. See, you'll never achieve until you can depersonalize criticism, until you understand that negativity, that the opinions of others are not a reflection of you or your work. They are simply part of a beautiful process. Look, in life there are certain undeniable truths. I can promise you that tomorrow the sun will rise. I can promise you that 2 and 2 will give you 4. And I can promise you that anything worthwhile in life will have its doubters, its haters, and its cynics. You will have people who want to pull you down before you begin the climb. But they are not the problem, nor the tragedy. Their existence is guaranteed. Oh, they'll be there. The tragedy is letting them misdirect your journey, giving them control of a battle that is not theirs to take. You aren't doing this for the ones trying to tear you down or the ones helping to lift you up. You're doing it because it's right for you, because deep down in your soul, you know there's no other reason, there's no other option. You know what your values are, where your heart is. When they say no, smile. When they talk, carry on. If you have not made the world around you uneasy or uncomfortable, if you've generated no reaction, you have not moved. So don't run from the dissenting voices. Let them be. Their words highlight their own shortcomings, not yours. Sure, it will be difficult. Yes, it's an adjustment, but at some point you'll see that the climb was dependent on it, that attempting to satisfy the world around you only leaves you empty, because at the end of the day, you can hide from criticism or anticipate it and keep moving right towards your dreams. Build your castle. There is no need to keep the doubters or the naysayers out. They are no threat to your empire.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Dragon Amaru and the Calm, and I'm back with part 3 of the series, of the Calm series, and this is part 3 of abundance. Now, if you read the affirmation in front of the video, it said, "I am surrounded by abundance. I am surrounded by abundance. I am surrounded by abundance." Now, with that affirmation, as I talked about in the last video, is that being surrounded by abundance necessarily doesn't mean money. It can be abundance in joy, laughter, abundance in information that you have, books, knowledge, abundance in CDs, music, abundance in video games, abundance in friendship, abundance in family matters. In which family matters, I'm talking about positive stuff, stuff you can do. You have tons of things to do with your family. We have a very big, abundant family. You know what I'm saying? And what I've been learning from abundance is I've been connecting it with that joy, that peace, and that love feeling, and learning how to stay on that frequency and align with it, and stay on it as much as I can, and bring back ideas actually, or just motivational stuff to help me stay abundant, help me stay positive too on this journey, because this is a journey that you're on yourself with, self-entitled, self-told, self self-improvement, really. So that's what I think originally I was supposed to have this channel for other stuff, but then I changed it around. But as you go through life and I go through series of different things with this channel, I can change it up and do as I please and not really rely much on this as a source of income, just another outlet to try different things. Yeah, with this abundance, you have to learn how to utilize it. And when I say that, I mean, like, if this is in your mindset, you have abundance mindset, and so you won't wake up with that insecure feeling or that lagging feeling, needing something to be done. So you're in a rush, you do things out of order, out of judgment. You're going to eat, you got to do this. With that mindset, you can just wake up and be at peace and pause, take yourself time, think about how your day is going to begin, what you got to do, and just one step at a time, knock out a goal or something you wanted to do that day, something before you have to work. If you don't work, you know what I'm saying? If you do, then, you know what I'm saying, try to stay in a good mindset, get the work, get done with it, and get back onto what you want, what you need, what your soul is intended to do while you're here. Now, I'm going to stay focused on that point, well-being, because what you're really here to do is what is your soul design. And how do you find that? That is basically what people tell you. Oh, you got to find your purpose. And people tell you, oh, what do you like to do? What are your favorite thing to do? Or what's something you love to do? Something you love. And it's like very cliche. Oh, music. Oh, I want to act. I want to play basketball. And it's like, okay, then you find something. If you don't become a professional, I guess in that one of those things, you find something, go around it, become a trainer or something, blah blah blah. Other stuff happens for you. But what is really here? What are you really here for? Like, that's really just basic stuff. Like, an idea for me is like, maybe you're supposed to be a rapper, but maybe you're supposed to be a teacher, a doctor, a leader, or some sort. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the ideas of what you should do as an income or have a successful thing, the broad ideas of it is very dimmed and short, and it's not really, oh, this is what really you need to be doing. It's like, really, that's like, who's really making the money? The people that are hiring the entertainers. And so that doesn't make much sense to be doing that shit. You can just be something else, do something you really, what's really your soul is here to acquire to do. And that's hard to find out. You just hear that same stuff. So this is what I do. This is what's been helping me. Is to go back as a kid and just be at peace and remember when you were a kid, you used to just have fun, just doing stuff, playing around, joking, riding bikes, getting hurt, getting dirty, running from dogs. Just go back to the time, remember that time, remember what you were doing. Bring that peace. That's the abundance. And it's like, just quick moment. And then that will start helping you get what you really here to do, what you really want. Yeah, you might be an actor. Might want to be an actor, but maybe you're supposed to be a director, producer, screenwriter. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're supposed to own an acting unit where you coach all actors and make them become good actors. Just something. I'm not here to dim on anyone's light or tell no one they can't chase their dreams. But there's usually something deeper, You gotta connect with source and really connect and understand there's a broad spectrum and abundance of things you can do with source where it's gonna lead you to what it wants you to do. Okay, that's really being an abundant mindset. Really, just knowing that source has your back no matter what. No matter what you go through, what you do, it's gonna work out. So, just put your best foot forward, put a smile on your face, go out there and attack the world. It's your boy ELDeesit, Amaru Khan in the calm. I'm out.